What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know I've been in hiatus for about a month, I guess. It's for good reason. A lot of work issues, being out of town, taking the family on vacation. But while I was on vacation, something really cool happened. Check this out. I picked up my favorite Crown Vic of all time, a 2003 LX Sport. So a few months ago, my tan Crown Vic that I paid $800 for was totaled in an accident. And the issue still isn't resolved with the insurance company. I mean, it's been dragging on and on and on. That could be a whole video by itself. But I was fortunate enough to be on Marketplace at the right time and at the right place. Was that right? I don't think so. So anyways, I picked up this 2003 Crown Vic LX Sport, which is kind of the cream of the crop when it comes to Crown Vics. Most people opt for the P71 because it's the police version, but this here is the closest that you could get in a Crown Vic to having a Mercury Marauder of the same year. What is a Mercury Marauder? Well, pretty much a Crown Vic on steroids. They put the NA 4-valve 4.6 engine out of the Mach 1 in those cars, and they're pretty awesome. Back in 2001, Ford was looking to try to sell Crown Vics to a younger generation, and so they came up with the LX Sport. What makes it different? Well, unlike the Mercury Marauder, it still utilizes the 2-valve 4.6, which I'm a huge fan of, and I've got big plans for. But it comes with these special wheels, 17-inch wheels that are specific to this car. And the biggest thing is it comes with the center console. And I got this here for a deal of $5,500. The interior in this car is unbelievable. In fact, it still has plastic on the carpet. You can see the center console. That is the biggest difference with the Crown Vic LX. When I first picked this up, I thought there's something special about this car, because with this color and interior combination, I decided to do a Marty report. A Marty report is where you send them your VIN and they can give you an entire breakdown of the options that were on your car, when the car was produced, how many of that vehicle was produced, so on and so forth. This particular car right here came from the St. Thomas plant, which most Crown Vics did after they shifted production from the Wixom assembly plant. So most of your Crown Vics are built in St. Thomas, Canada. My Canadian auto worker brothers and sisters up there. But this car here, I decided to do that Marty report, and come to find out it's one of 342 from 2003. It's a pretty special car. My plans are we're going to modify it and do some things to it, but I want to kind of keep the originality to the car. I don't want to change the wheels really, and because eventually one day the Crown Vic, let's face it, it's going to be a collector's car. Look at what's happening all across the country. People know that this is a reliable car, and when you see YouTubers like Cletus McFarlane doing crazy, insane things with these cars, it just goes to show you that they were built to last. The 4.6 liter 2-valve, while it's not the most powerful engine ever from the factory, it can deliver the power that I'm looking for once we get those trick flow heads on there and build that engine up. This thing will be a screamer. So what are we going to do today? We're going to go over to David Vizard's house. We're going to surprise him, and we're going to go out and do some Draggy tests with the LX Sport and just see how slow it really is. I don't really think it's too sporty, to be honest. Yeah. Well, you ready to take a ride into Crown Vic?
I are.
Alright. We're going to go see what this thing will do with the Draggy. Now, if you hear the air, just dismiss it. It's like blistering hot here today, isn't it, David?
Yeah, it's got to be close to 100 today. I went out and did a bit of yard work this morning early and still ended up sweating buckets. I'd be interested to see what the 60-foot time of this is.
2.5, 2.6, I bet. Alright, so we're to our spot.
Let's turn off the air conditioning for this.
Yeah,
we've got it
turn on traction control. Yeah.
Does it have traction control?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it doesn't make enough power to do anything else. Alright, let's get here and reset this. You ready to see what it'll do? Oh, it spun the tire. Come on.
60.
What?
For a limo style car, it doesn't go too bad at all, does it?
So take a guess at what our 8th mile time was. Turning the air back on, by the way. It's hot.
I'm thinking it was probably 10.1.
11:22.
Oh.
So the good news is we ran 11:22. What's the bad news?
That's on the 8th.
Yes.
Now we want to run 11:22 on the quarter. That's our goal.
Okay, we've got to make that the goal.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be too hard.
Now what was our 0 to 60 time? I'm thinking it was about 10 seconds.
0 to 60 in 10 seconds. Yes, 10.13.
Yep. And what was our 60-foot time?
Let's see.
That was pretty decent for the...
2.67.
Oh, your guess wasn't too bad, was it?
No, that's kind of what I was guesstimating.
And 2.5 your guess was. Now, has it got a limited slip diff in it? I'm thinking not, because it only seems to spin one wheel.
Yeah.
Well, we need to make that one of the things that we're going to do.
Which, that is a cheap upgrade.
Well, now, I'm just wondering if the diff I take out of mine will fit this.
I don't think so.
Because I thought the crown wheel and pinion on the independent was the same as the
It
axle.
may be. I don't know. I don't really know too much about the...
If it is, then we'll put that one in.
The good part is, in 2005, they put 31 spline axles in the Crown Vic.
Yep.
And I can go to Pull Apart Junkyard here locally in Charlotte.
And pull a Mustang diff.
Well, or an Explorer diff. And chances are I can either find probably a 410 gear with a diff, because many of those Explorers came with 410s or 373s.
Damnably convenient.
So with those trick flow heads, I'm thinking that we should attack this thing in stages.
Yes. That's because we don't have time to do it all at once.
Right. And so to make a long story short, the trick flow cylinder heads that were featured in David's video and my video, they're going to go onto this car. For now, what we're planning on doing is changing the top end, uncorking the exhaust with some headers, and putting a set of our cams in that we spec out, and seeing how good we can make this thing naturally aspirated, and then maybe put some nitrous on it for stage 1. And then down the road, David and I talked about doing an aluminum block stroker, using either the Tesket aluminum block or the Watt block. I would really like to make a 324 cubic inch 2 valve
I like that idea too.
Yeah.
These trick flow heads have such a good torque curve, especially down. They don't sacrifice any low end for top end.
In fact, those heads imported back when we first started messing with them back in 2008, 2009-ish, I was able to make 425 rear wheel horsepower naturally aspirated with them being untouched. So the potential is definitely there.
And it's so much easier dealing with those 2-valve heads than the 4-valve or the 3-valve ones.
So I'm gonna let David out, and then I'm gonna try this one more time.
Let me walk up the road a ways so I can see it from up there. Should have brought my camera, shouldn't I?
That's all right. It's a 4,000-pound boat. I mean, you really can't expect too much out of it. Bone stock. Out of it early because I want to turn into here.
Quarter mile.
10.99, so it's pretty consistent taking David out. The numbers pretty much are what they should be. Tell David we have a new goal, 10.99. Why? Because that sounds so much better than 11.20s. The biggest issue with these mod motors is the 2-valve setup is it needs more gear. This comes from the factory, like I said before, with a 327 gear.
It's fast off the line that time.
It was. It went a 10.99. It went faster.
Oh, what about 60 foot?
It was faster.
It was?
Yeah.
What about Mr. Good Drive?
Alright.
One of the things that's nice about not having it noisy is nobody noticed you drive down that road at 70 miles an hour.
No.
Now, if I did that, they might not notice the first one or might take much notice of it. But the second and third one. Now, the other thing is when you came by me, it's nearly all tire noise.
Yeah. Same exactly 60 foot, 2.56. So.
Well, that took a tenth off your 60 foot from before.
Yeah.
Right, from when was 2 of us in there. I just think my Mustang's only 2 to 3 tenths of a second quicker on 60 foot.
And then after that, it's gangbusters. Well, we have our work cut out. The run that I made with you out of the car was a 10.99. So that's
speed
at like 61 miles an hour.
What was our what was our 0 to 60? 10.9
probably. So the new target's going to be 10.99 in the quarter.
Oh my God, we've made it worse.
I know, but it'll be okay.
Are we filming now?
Yeah.
Right, so okay, so that's our
that might be our stage 2 with the big motor.
Stage 2 target is 10.99. Right, but our stage 1 target is going to be 11.22. Yes. Now, let's keep it nice and quiet. We don't need to broadcast to the whole damn world we've got a rocket ship on wheels. But it's not a rocket ship on wheels. It's more like a very comfortable sofa.
Yeah, it's like riding around on your couch.
Yep. And you know, it is a surprisingly nice car to ride in, isn't it?
to be a 20-year-old car.
Yes, no rattles, the body's still all tight.
Yeah.
The engine, well, I wouldn't know we had one.
Yeah.
You can't hear it.
So you're looking at a $5,500 car.
Right. For a set of wheels, the quality of the set of wheels, forget the age, that's a steal. It's probably an $8,000 worth of car, maybe more.
And it's a pretty rare car.
And that ups the value right there.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video of David and I riding around in the Crown Vic, doing some draggy tests. The thing that you have to remember about the Crown Vic is it's pretty much a Mustang GT of that era. You know, the 99 to 04 Mustang GTs were 2-valve 4.6, 4R70W transmission with 8.8, 327 gear. So pretty much the same exact drivetrain. I think that we can really push the envelope with this combination. I'm not going to ruin the drivability of it. Part of me wants to go carbureted, but I think I'm going to make it a cool day 2 type build. That sounds weird, talking about a day 2 build with a 2003 model, but maybe a bullet intake or a trick flow intake, something like that. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But you'll get to see it all here on Unity Motorsports Garage. And until next time, this is Andy. I will catch you later.